It's Mr. James here, Charm City Karate again, here to teach you guys how to wrap hands just like I promised. The real key is you can wear gloves, and gloves are good when you're working bags, but if you notice, fighters, when they're going to fight, they always get their hands taped. The reason they tape hands is to protect these little bones in the backs of your hands. The reason is when you punch hard, these bones will flex. They bend this way and they bend this way. And these little bones will break. Gloves, they don't protect against that flex. Tape will keep them from flexing too much. Wraps will keep them from flexing too much. Also, when you wrap your hands, you can give a little bit more support to your wrist. Some of the good bag gloves will have a strap that goes around your wrist, give a little bit of support to your wrist, which is good, but none of them can really protect the small bones in the back of your hand from that flex. So I always prefer to wrap my hands. A lot of times when you buy wraps, they'll have like a little instruction pamphlet that'll show you how they want you to wrap your hands. Most of them don't involve wrapping your knuckles at all. It's a bozo no-no. They're going to leave your knuckles exposed. They're not really going to provide enough protection to the back of your hands. And the wraps are going to work themselves loose as you work the bag. The way I'm going to show you, I learned from a guy who wraps fighters' hands. So you can learn from some guy who writes instruction manuals for, to drop in the backs of little pamphlets that go into your wraps, or you can learn from a guy who's been doing karate for 20 years. Take your choice. All right. So, here we go. And it's the way I wrap my own hands, too. So here's the thing. All your wraps are going to have like a little loop thing like this, and they're also going to have a seam. The first thing you want to do is figure out which way this seam is going to correspond to your happy Velcro. It's going to save you a lot of trouble in the long run. Either this seam up or down is going to correspond to your Velcro. Once you get that figured out, it's going to help you. The loop goes over your thumb. You're going to want to take one turn around your wrist. Now, the whole time you're wrapping, you want to have your hand flexed open as much as you can. If you go with a relaxed hand, when you start punching, there's going to be too much wiggle room. It's going to be bad. Or if your hand's really relaxed and you wrap this thing tight, you're going to cut off circulation in your hand. That's going to be bad too. Your hand's going to turn blue, and you're going to end up at the emergency room for something else. Hand flexed open as much as you can. All right, now pull this tight. It's going to come around the back of this thumb, because you only got one of those, right? Okay, you're going to go between your pinky and your ring finger. Anchor it to the back of your thumb. What you're doing here is you're going to anchor all these weak knuckles. These two are really weak. Into the base of your thumb. Thumb is nice and strong. Between these two knuckles, anchored into the base of the thumb. Between these two knuckles, anchored into the base of the thumb. Then you're going to wrap your knuckles 2 times. You can go 3 if you want, if you have a lot of wrap. All right? Then you're going to come around the base of the thumb one more time. All right? And then you can burn the rest of your wrap around your wrist. Right? Like that. It's not rocket science. But what it will do is it'll give you a hand like a rock for when you start hitting stuff. I always do my offhand first because it's easier to tie my good hand when it's like clubby. So these new wraps I just got from Century, the seam has to go down for this to work. All right, so again, one time around the wrist, back of the thumb, in between the pinky, back of the thumb, in between the ring finger, back of the thumb, in between the first finger, back of the thumb. Then we're going to go around the knuckles. For comfort's sake, you want this to lay as flat as you can. And remember, you want to keep your hand spread. Okay? Around the knuckles, bang. And then you're going to wrap it around the wrist. Keep it tight. Keep your hand spread. and then just wrap it around. Bang. You should have two nice solid hands for when you want to work the bag. Okay? And that's all there is to it. It's nice and easy. Watch the video till you get the hang of it. It should feel comfortable, and really you can work the bag for hours. See how it goes in between the fingers until your hands are soggy and sore, and then just take them off and you're ready to go. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get a lot of good bag work out of it, and keep your eyes open for the next one, which will be bag routines. And then after that, I'm going to give you one on how to build Kempo techniques by working the bag. Because keep in mind, all Kempo is boxing. Thanks and have a great day.